RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Alton Refrigeration, the first choice in quality HD TV and appliances. Quality Buick, Cadillac, and GMC, serving the Riverbend for 52 years. Professional, independent insurance agents. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. Gerard Fisher, American Family Insurance, all your protection under one roof. Jack Schmidt Chevrolet, the #1 GM certified dealer in Southern Illinois. Alt Memorial Hospital, the best healthcare close to home. Tom Lane State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Weber Granite City Chevrolet, buy American.
Lineups headed your way now as they're on the PA with Athletic Director Jerry Montag taking that duty tonight. For the starters, it will be for Marquette, Brimage, Halm, Sterrett, Helton, and Scheider. For East Alton-Wood River, it is Tharp, DeLaro Smith, Brandon Corey, Colby Hall, and Lucas Cobb, as we mentioned. And again, it'll be interesting to see some of the matchups and how these two teams go about it, whether it's man-to-man defense or who's going to get to the hole. Do we double-team a guy like DeLaro Smith because he's going to be headed to the glass quite a bit?
Well, you'd like to think you would double-team DeLaro Smith, but as you know, if you throw that double-team on him, it's going to open up another man underneath, whether that be Hall or Cobb, and both of them are capable of putting the game away themselves. There's 3 game-breaking players on Wood River's roster, all averaging 13 points or more, and any one of the 3 could put the Oilers on their back at any given time.
There's a lot of times you hope and wish you have a guy averaging in double figures, but if you have 2 or 3 or 4, then you're in good shape.
Yeah, you're in great shape. If you've got 3 guys averaging the kind of points that they're putting up, and we're speaking of Hall, Cobb, and DeLaro Smith, I mean, that's hard to stop no matter who's on the other side of the court. Marquette has a very athletic team. They have athletic guards that are going to be quick enough to stay with DeLaro at times, but DeLaro is going to have the height advantage out there at the top of the key. And underneath, we've already touched on the fact that Wood River will have a fairly good size advantage over the Explorers here this evening.
And before the game tonight, just a couple of minutes ago, the East Alton-Wood River High School Superintendent, John Pearson, with the national anthem on the microphone. So Johnny P. was at work already tonight, too. Not too bad, either.
Yeah, wonderful job by the superintendent there. And what a nice gesture from the Marquette, the class of Marquette Catholic High School, letting him sing the national anthem here on their home court, and a great job that he did.
Coach Adam Miller for the Oilers. This is his 4th year as head coach. For Marquette, it's Brian Diskin. It's his 5th year as the varsity coach for the Marquette Explorers. And again, the starters being announced right now. Marquette in their white uniforms trimmed in the blue. Adam Miller's Oilers in the maroon uniforms trimmed in the gold and white. The maroon and gold against the blue and white. And it should be an interesting game tonight. All eyes in the South Central Conference on a game like this, because the winner of this game is going to move 2 games over 500 in the conference. And a lot of teams, a lot of people around the area talking about the Oilers maybe as one of the favorites to win the SCC. I know it's early, but you never know.
You would think with what you've seen through the early part of the season that they would be one of the favorites in the conference, because they have a great mix of quickness, athleticism, toughness, thick size, sleek size. They can shoot, they can go inside, they can do a lot of different things. And it's going to take a very good team effort by the Explorers here tonight to pull out this victory, but they will have the crowd on their side, and what a tremendous crowd it is tonight.
Stop hiding. Start smiling. Hi, I'm Dr. Anna Smith. My staff and I love to take great care of our patients. We constantly update our technology, which allows us to complete complex procedures quickly, saving you time and money. Our new LumaSmiles technology allows you to see your new smile without changing a thing.
Patient of the Month, Lewis Michael won a free lunch for all his co-workers.
Come see what your smile can be at Dentistry with TLC.
From its birth in 1931 on Broadway in Alton to its new home on Homer Adams Parkway, welcome to Alton Refrigeration and Home Furnishings. Alton Refrigeration and Home Furnishings earned its outstanding customer service reputation in servicing major appliance brands such as Maytag, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Frigidaire, Samsung, and more. When you think about it, Alton Refrigeration is about providing you with years of comfortable living with worry-free brand name products.
Big crowd in blue and in maroon tonight, and the Oilers and the Explorers head out to the floor, and it will be the sophomore Derek Sterrett to jump it up. 6'4", Marquette sophomore against Colby Hall, and Hall wears number 40, and they'll tip it again 1 second into the game, as it's like they're going to have to re-jump it. Referee will throw it up again. He throws up the orange, and it's tipped by Marquette, and they win the tip. Marquette Explorers basketball as we start things here on a Friday night. And we start with Brimage giving the ball to Dalton Halm. Halm guarded by Tharp. Halm loses his dribble, gives it up to the freshman Scheider. Now it goes outside, and it's Brimage again at the top of the key. Man-to-man for the Oilers on defense. Sterrett being guarded by Colby Hall. And Travis Helton at about 5'10", guarded by Lucas Cobb right now. And there's a whistle and a foul. Offensive shoulder push there on the baseline. Halm is going to pick up a foul.
Yeah, Halm's left forearm was getting up just a little bit too high as he was trying to drive the lane there.
There's a steal by the Explorers as they put the press on. Scheider puts it up and puts it in.
That's nice to see the young boy Scheider getting his chance to get it going here early in the game.
So we had a foul on Marquette and then a bucket for Marquette as Brimage really probably credited with that steal and Scheider credited with the bucket. And here are the Oilers facing a man-to-man from Marquette. Smith gives it off to Tharp. 2-0 Explorers. Tharp has the basketball again. One dribble. Now he gives it up to Corey. Brandon Corey on the right wing. Now to the left wing. Smith to the basket. Missed it. Left it a little short, but he got by two defenders.
Yeah, good job there by DeLaro getting to the hoop. He just couldn't get it to fall.
Baseline shot missed on the other end by Travis Helton of Marquette. And now the Explorers tip a pass, an outlet pass out of bounds, and Oilers will bring it up. 2-0 Marquette.
As you can see here in the early going, both teams are getting up and down the court very quick. It's going to be a fast-paced game if it stays like this.
Brandon Corey brings it up the floor and into the front court, guarded by Halm. Now they give it to Smith. Long three, and it rims out. Cobb there for the rebound, but Halm rips it away and takes it the other way. Marquette ball inside. Sterrett wasn't looking for it, and it ricochets off of his face. Maybe hit him in the nose, but the Oilers tipped it last, and it's Marquette ball.
Yeah, Sterrett's probably feeling like he just caught an elbow, and all it was an entry pass that he just wasn't ready for.
Wasn't ready at all, and now they throw it out to Brimage. And Brimage, top of the key, looking for help, finds Scheider, guarded by Smith. Smith, good quickness, and he's on the freshman right now. Here's Halm with it to the baseline. Halm. Stopped there by Cobb. Inside Sterrett missed it. Cobb rips it down, and then a foul. And Sterrett had that shot altered because he knew Cobb was in the area.
And that's where Cobb's size just makes all the difference. Even when he's not maybe in range to block the shot, you always know where the big boy's at.
And a foul after Cobb got the rebound on Sterrett, so that's his first, and Marquette's second team foul. Oilers ball. And a slow start here, just 2 points on the board. Smith down to Cobb, he'll lay it in. Good look by Smith.
Yeah, great entry pass into the paint there, and what a nice job by Cobb showing patience, letting the defender go up first, come down, and then have the easy look for two.
Scheider throws it up, no. Sterrett with a follow off the glass and in.
Well, there's a sign of Sterrett's athleticism, crashing the boards there and getting the nice putback.
Tharp breaks down the defense, hands it off to Cobb, but he's fouled on his way down the side of the lane by Brimage, and Marquette with 3 fouls already, 1 on each. Halm, Sterrett, and now Brimage.
This is an interesting matchup with Brimage and Tharp going at it against each other here tonight.
Oilers throw it in. Marquette defense tips it right back out, and we'll throw it in again now. And Corey throws it into Tharp. Back to Corey. 3-ball. Good. Brandon Corey, number 33, with a 3.
Nice job by Tharp to find Corey open in the corner, and Corey with the sweet jump shot for 3.
It's 5-4. The Oilers have their first lead. Here's Scheider, right elbow. It rattles in. The jumper is good.
That's 4 points now for Scheider here in the early going, and that's what Marquette needs, some help for Sterrett here tonight.
And a reach in is Smith. broke down the defense, and we're going to have a foul this time on Helton, and Marquette with a little foul trouble here. 4 now, and now a sub, Tyler Moore, coming in for Travis Helton.
Tyler Moore is a nice young man to bring off the bench. He's averaging about 8.5 points a game, and that's nice to have coming off your bench.
Second leading scorer, I believe, behind Sterrett. Here's Smith, headed to the baseline, knocked away. There's the double team, and Brimage came to help.
Great job by Cecil Brimage to get the steal and keep the ball in bounds.
Holm for 3, and it's rimmed out of there. Cobb had the rebound, but Brimage hustles and gets it to Sterrett. Now to Scheider. Scheider looking at Cobb and had no chance to shoot it there, and tipped out off the foot of Holm. It's Wood River ball.
Well, you know, we touched on in the early going about Cecil Brimage's defense and his quickness, and he's already shown it here with the steal. He's hitting the rebounds. He's doing a lot out of his 5'8" frame.
Here come the Oilers, 6-5. The Explorers have the lead on East Alton-Wood River here. 1-point game. 4 minutes left, first quarter. Here's Lucas Cobb holding it high. Cobb, 6'5", 280. Where's number 55? And here's Smith. Free throw line jumper, no. Cobb with the rebound, good, and 1. And he will shoot for 3 as he was fouled after the rebound.
Well, it was a nice play by Wood River there, and DeLaro Smith got the open jump shot from the free throw line and was just a little short. Cobb rebounding as he always does and drawing the foul. Able to put it back in, now go to the line for a 3-point play opportunity.
4 points for Cobb, and I think that's the second foul on Sterrett. 3:52 to go in the first, and Cobb hits the free throw. He's got 5, and Wood River with a 2-point lead at 8-6. Cobb making his presence felt already. Sterrett open, right wing, puts it up and in. We're tied at 8.
Has a nice jump shot there from about 15 feet out on the wing, as you mentioned. Sterrett looking good here in the early going. They just hope he does not continue to foul.
3.5 minutes to go, first quarter. Oilers ball. Tie game now. Here's Corey looking for Smith. Gives it high post to Cobb. Down low to Hall. Fouled. And the Oilers get it in the paint. And there is another foul, this time on number 34, Adam Woolner, who's into the game for Marquette.
Yeah, Adam Woolner got him pretty good on that. Hall had a nice opportunity there for an easy bucket, and Woolner was not going to allow him to have it that easy.
The lefty puts it up and in. 6'4" lefty, and he's on the score sheet with a free throw. 9-8 Oilers. They try to make it 10-8, and they do. 2 for 2.
It's a good stroke there by Colby Hall at the line, and free throws are going to be very important. This is going to be a close game all the way.
Another freshman getting ready to come in for Marquette. Backdoor home. He'll lay it in as he broke free on the back door.
What great vision by Scheider there. The nice young man throwing it underneath, almost a half-court pass.
10-10. We're tied again. Here's Colby Hall. Front court. Oilers ball in the tie game. We were tied at 8. Now we're tied at 10. 2:50 to go. First period. Corey, high post to Cobb, double teamed and tipped away. Now they steal it from Sterrett. They try to save it underneath. Inside, Cobb went for the block. Shot missed. Rebound Holm, and he'll back it up for Marquette. Now a 3-ball left side, no good. And Holm over the back, no call. And it's Woolner who puts it up and in.
Well, Woolner picked up the loose ball and realized he was wide open there at the elbow for about an 8-foot jump shot, and the lefty sank it very nicely.
12-10 now. Marquette with a 2-point lead. East Alton-Wood River will set up the offense, and Cobb comes to the high post. It's been Cobb at the high post. Inside Smith, blocked away as he got to the rim again, and now they lose the ball. Explorers headed the other way. Quickly it's Holm giving to Sterrett. Tharp with a steal, gives to Smith. He puts it up, missed it. A double pump there, and back was Tyler Moore, and now we have a whistle and a foul in the backcourt, and it's Colby Hall fouling for the Oilers.
Well, it looked like DeLaro Smith was anticipating contact on that, and then when the Marquette player just kind of stopped and stood still, he wasn't able to follow through with the layup.
Well, Smith has it going in terms of getting to the rim, but he hasn't finished yet.
Yeah, he's done a nice job of finding lanes and cutting his way to the basket, but he has not been able to finish thus far.
But it's early, first quarter here, 1:45 remaining, and it's 2-point game. Explorers up 12-10 on the Oilers. Here's Brimage, guarded by Corey. Kicks it out to number 33, Tyler Moore. Now number 34, Woolner. Gives it back inside. Moore in and out, no good. Cobb there for the rebound. He rips it down and brings it the other way to Tharp. Tharp inside to Smith. Shot up, no, but fouled, and two Explorers there to bump him, and it was Brimage with a foul.
What a great job by Kevin Tharp there to even find DeLaro Smith down underneath us. He must have had eyes in the back of his head on that one, Brendan. He put a beautiful no-look pass through some traffic right to DeLaro, and now DeLaro will go to the line.
Puts it up and missed it. Shoots a one-handed free throw, and he'll try again. The first miss for the Oilers. They were 3 for 3. And this one is short. No good. Smith, his own rebound, up and in on a double pump.
Now there's a nice finish, Brent. He gets his own rebound off a missed free throw and double pumps to put it in off the glass.
Hangs in the air for quite some time for sure. And now Brimage, free throw, good. Free throw line jumper is in.
And off the glass. I don't think he meant to bank it, but it did look good.
Here's Smith quickly the other way. Double team, so somebody's open. Gives to Corey, now to Tharp. Kevin Tharp driving and kicking it to Smith, but he was headed the other way. Turnover, Marquette ball.
Yeah, right about the time I went to throw that pass, Smith had changed directions, and just a little bit of miscommunication there in the turnover by the Oilers.
44 seconds to go, first quarter. It's a 2-point lead for the home team. Marquette 14-12. Here's Brimage with it outside the three-point line. Down inside, Tharp with a foul as he was coming over the top of Travis Helton.
Yeah, Tharp definitely came over the back of Helton. And, you know, Helton's not all that big, but he does have the size advantage on Tharp, and Tharp definitely came over the back to try and steal the pass.
Well, now some subs coming in for Marquette, including starter Sam Scheider back in the game. And Joe Hart, it looks like, number 54 in there. Here's Scheider dribbling in, double team, gives to Brimage. 27 seconds left. Marquette may hold for the last shot, up by 2 here. Inside, Moore missed it. Cobb with another rebound, and a jump ball called there as Tyler Moore got a hand on it. Even though Cobb had it, it's Oilers ball on the arrow.
I mean, it looks as if it's just Lucas Cobb's lane in there tonight, the way he's going after these rebounds and just ripping them down off the glass.
A lot of those rebounds almost look flat-footed because he's bigger than everybody else. Inside, Smith. Smith, a little fadeaway in the lane this time. No good. Rebound, Brimage knocks it out of bounds, but that's the end of the first quarter and a 2-point game after 1 period. Marquette 14, East Alton-Wood River 12. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Hi, George Weber. Here's 3 more great reasons to visit Weber Chevrolet this fall. Number 1, product. Chevrolet has the best lineup of vehicles in the market today. Cobalt, Malibu, Impala, Silverado, Traverse, Equinox. Reason number 2, the deals. Right now, we have extra incentives and aggressive pricing on all of our units, resulting in huge savings. Number 3, your trade-in. After Cash for Clunkers, we were forced to crush so many of our trades that our pre-owned inventory needs some help. Your used vehicle has never been worth more.
There's a long pass. It looks like it's going to be overthrown. Oh, the receiver dashes under the ball and makes the catch. Touchdown!
Where did he get that extra burst of speed? That off-season training really paid off.
Alton Memorial Hospital's Human Motion Institute Sports Performance helps athletes maximize their potential and improve their game. With sports performance training, you'll leap higher, run faster, and throw farther. Learn more at altonmemorialhospital.org. Human Motion Institute Sports Performance, building better athletes.
We start the second quarter with a Marquette possession inside, a miss, and then a follow by Tyler Moore, and he lays it up and in.
Yeah, nice job by Tyler Moore battling the big boys there, Hall and Cobb, to get that rebound and put it back in.
Marquette up by 4 now as we start the second quarter, 16-12. Here's Tharp to Smith. He'll try a 3, and it's no good. McElroy in the game with a rebound. Gives to Tharp, down to Cobb. And 3 seconds in the lane on Detrez McElroy, number 2.
McElroy making his presence known
early in the game here, early in the second quarter as he gets in there and crashing the boards, and he looks like he might be able to get up higher than Smith. Here's Scheider, 7:15 to go, first half. 4-point game, Marquette with the lead and the ball. Into the game, Jake Coddington, a freshman, fires it, free throw line, no, rebound by Hall, and here he comes. And here comes Smith leading the break. Inside, up and in, finger roll, good. Nice job by DeLaro Smith, not afraid of the contact as Coddington was underneath and he puts in the layup. 4 points for DeLaro now. D. Smith with 4, and it's a 2-point game, 16-14. Underneath, reverse layup, good. That's Tyler Moore again. Tyler Moore, we talked about him earlier. He comes off the bench for the Explorers, but he can score. Smith inside, missed it, got his own rebound, and he's knocked to the ground. Now Cobb has it, and he fires it up and in. Cobb with a bucket. Boy, there was a lot of contact by both teams on that play underneath, and the ref just letting the boys play. Inside, Moore knocks an Oiler down. Back to Hart, off the glass, again and in. And the youngster banks it in from the right wing. And Joe Hart came off the bench to give a little size, and he's also giving a little bit of scoring here. 20-16, Marquette by 4 again. Colby Hall, free throw line. It rims out. Rebound McElroy. No. Now Cobb fights for the rebound, but Scheider out of there with it. Lots of contact, and all of a sudden, no whistle. Yeah, how about Scheider going in there against Cobb? To the baseline, Hart out to Brimage. He'll fire a 3. Way short and out of bounds on an air ball, and it's Oilers ball, and looks like we may have a timeout for Marquette. 30-second timeout, 5:37 to go.
Everybody's saying buy American, but not me. I just want you to come drive American. Come out today and see for yourself. No one has a more impressive selection of vehicles than Ford. Whether it's a Focus, Fusion, Escape, Edge, F-150, or any other Ford product, no one can beat Ford's quality. Not Toyota, not Honda, not anybody.
Roberts Motors, your hometown dealer for over 60 years, just off Route 3 or Highway 67 in Alton, or at RobertsMotors.com.
You've worked hard to get where you are, to achieve your goals. And that's why we'll work just as hard to help make sure all you've built has the right protection. As a local independent agent, we can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family, providing safe, sound, secure protection with Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people.
See Macias Insurance Agency on West Delmar Avenue in Godfrey.
Throw line with a foul. Hall has 2 of the 3 Wood River fouls. And then looks like the officials went back to a little bit of a touch foul there on that call. Holm has it for Marquette. Driving on Smith, kicks it to Moore. Started by McElroy. Moore to the front of the rim. Fouled again. If it's Hall, it'll be 3 on him. And it is number 40. And Adam Miller will have to go to the bench. Well, that one was definitely a foul on Hall as he was trying to protect his basket. Moore did a nice job streaking into the lane. Hall got him with the body. Free throw is good. Moore has 7 points here in this second quarter. Coming off the bench, making some noise, and now Hall has to sit down. Into the game, it's Scott Gibbs for the Oilers. Moore hits them both, and it's back to a 4-point lead for the Explorers, 24-20. Moore's already reached his season average per game just in 1 quarter here. Wood River ball down by 4. Here's Kevin Tharp with it, number 1. The Oilers point guard with the basketball, driving to the right, back to the left. Here's DeLaro Smith. Smith got his man in the air, fires it up and in. What a great job by DeLaro Smith there as he got Scheider to jump on the pump fake, left himself open. As Scheider came down, he went over the top for the easy jump shot. Here's Holm, free throw line, missed the shot, tipped around, Jarrett. Fade away, rolls off the rim, and Holm tried to knock it off of an Oiler, but the Oilers get it and go the other way. Yeah, nice job there by Scott Gibbs as Holm tried to throw it off him out of bounds, and Gibbs just was able to catch the ball. Here's McElroy holding it high. Oilers look for a tying bucket, 24-22. Tharp with it. Outside the 3-point line, now to Smith. DeLaro Smith gives to Cobb at the high post. Now to Tharp. Tharp with 3:15 to go. And the Oilers going to change the offense here as nobody's moving away from the ball.
Yeah, not a lot of movement away from the ball by any of the Oilers out there right now.
Now they switch things up, and Cobb gets to McElroy. McElroy to the baseline, lays it up and in.
Well, McElroy said, the heck with this. If nobody wants to move, I'll just do it myself. And he went from the left corner all the way in, drove the baseline, and an easy two.
We're tied, but not anymore. Marquette finds Travis Helton all alone, and he lays it in.
Yeah, I don't know how Helton ended up that much alone, but Coach Adam Miller cannot be happy with that.
Marquette back to a lead, 26-24. 2-point game. Oilers basketball. Here's Tharp with it. Down to the baseline, kicks it to Cobb, and he lays it in.
Beautiful work by Kevin Tharp as he went flying out of bounds as he threw that pass, crashing into the stage here just below us.
Another tie, 26 all. Here's Sterrett to Holm with a three. No, Cobb grabbed it with one hand because the Marquette Explorers were holding on to his other arm. Here's Tharp inside, out of control, and he lost it. Marquette the other way. Here comes Moore, and blocked away by Cobb. Marquette will try it again. Moore for three. Nope. Long rebound, and Moore has it. Still Marquette ball. Holm, free throw line, jumper, and it's no good. Rebound, and it's over the back on Sterrett, I believe. Marquette with another foul, and it's going to be Sterrett's third foul.
You know, Sterrett was definitely over the back on that play, but once again, there was an awful lot of contact going on underneath before that call, and the officials letting the young men play here this evening.
And Lucas Cobb, you know, he can score, but this is just an offensive machine. Although there's a lot of layups, everybody's finding him wide open underneath.
Yeah, and how about that last rebound by Cobb? He had, I can't remember which Explorer it was. It might have been Holm on holding on to his right arm, clearly a foul, not called, and grabbed the rebound with just one hand and grabbed it left-handed.
Gibbs misses the front end of the 1-and-1 for the Oilers. So they're in the bonus. Here's Scheider to the baseline. It goes up and in. Jake Coddington with a bucket.
Well, Jake Coddington had a very nice JV game before this, and he is starting to put in some really good minutes here at the varsity level.
2-point lead for Marquette. 1:22 to go till halftime. 28-26. High post, it's Gibbs. Gibbs to Tharp. Cobb being guarded by Hart now down low. Keep an eye on that. Here comes Smith to the baseline. Bump, no call, no whistle, and Marquette ball the other way as Bryce Smith checks in.
Well, DeLaro Smith had every right to be upset there as he was. Travis Helton clearly bumped him out of bounds, and the ref did not call it. He called out of bounds on DeLaro.
Back the other way, Scheider. Tharp gets it, and now Smith with a steal. Smith over the front of the rim. No, McElroy missed it. Now Smith lays it in.
McElroy did a good job following Smith, and then Smith followed McElroy for the two.
8 points for Smith now, as he has come alive a little bit here. It's 28-28. We're tied again. Scheider, turnaround, in and out. Cobb with another rebound. Cobb picks it up, gives it to Tharp. Here comes Tharp, finger roll, blocked away, but McElroy will keep it. Now to Smith. Smith inside, off the glass, and good.
That's a beautiful move. DeLaro Smith starts on the left wing, brings it into the paint. Looks like he's going to go up, and he's in midair. He twists his body and throws it up with the other hand.
Wood River with a lead, 30-28. 10 seconds to go. Marquette trying to tie it, but a traveling called as Hart, the big man, took a step, an extra step outside the three-point line. Oilers ball up by 2.
That was very close. That was very close. The foot did start to drag as he made the pass. Really could have gone either way, and the official chose to blow it dead for traveling.
11 for Cobb, 10 for Smith. What a 1-2 punch. Here's Tharp, fouled by Brimage, and that is a silly foul out near midcourt. That's his third foul of the game.
You know, there's a fine line between playing aggressive defense and then maybe making what you want to call a bonehead play. And in Cecil Brimage's case, that was just, as you mentioned, just not a very smart play there.
The man, as Kevin Tharp, is not going to hurt you from that distance. He's just on this side of half court, and Brimage was bumping him quite a bit. The ref could not just continue to let that go. Oilers make some wholesale changes here with 4 seconds left. Tharp's free throw missed. Marquette with it. Tharp steals it back and fires it up. No, and that's going to be the end of the first half. End-to-end action.
Compare a well-equipped Lexus ES to a well-equipped Buick LaCrosse. Get inside each and see what you find. If perfection is what you pursue, this might just change your course. Meet the new class of world class. The 2010 LaCrosse from Buick. May the best car win.
The more your life changes, the more your insurance needs change. I'm Gerard Fisher of American Family Insurance. In just minutes, I can conduct a free personal insurance review to help you determine how much and what type of coverage is right for you, with no costly gaps or overlaps. Interested? Call me, Gerard Fisher of American Family Insurance, today at 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
Tap him on the shoulder.
Your kids now have kids of their own. I'm State Farm Agent Tom Lane. With just a simple gift, your grandchildren may experience a lifetime of life insurance. Give me a call at 377-8912 in Bethalto to discuss the many options that are available to provide your grandchildren with a gift of life. For great products and service that are available 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, call me, Tom Lane, at 377-8912.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Alton Refrigeration, the first choice in quality HD TV and appliances. Quality Buick, Cadillac, and GMC, serving the Riverbend for 52 years. Professional, independent insurance agents. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. Gerard Fisher, American Family Insurance, all your protection under one roof. Jack Schmidt Chevrolet, the #1 GM certified dealer in Southern Illinois. Alton Memorial Hospital, the best healthcare close to home. Tom Lane State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Weber Granite City Chevrolet, buy American.
DeLaro Smith misses a jumper to start the third quarter. Now Marquette ball. To the baseline, it's Helton, guarded by Cobb. Helton inside to Woolner. Left hand, off the glass and in for Adam Woolner.
Well, it looked like Cobb forgot Woolner was left-handed. He went to jump to block the shot off the right hand, and Woolner just spun around and put it in off the glass with the left hand.
And so, guess what? We're tied again. Many times tonight we've been dead even. And it's 30-30, third quarter. Top of the key, it's Tharp with it. Going to get a pick from Lucas Cobb. Down to the baseline, Brandon Corey. Back out to Tharp. Looking for Cobb on the block, but instead they go left side to Smith. DeLaro Smith back to Tharp, and the Oilers, they're patient this time. It's a good trip down the floor as they're keeping the ball moving too. Down to Cobb, now to Smith. Reverse layup, blocked away, but a foul. Is it Cecil Brimage again? It is. I have him for 4. I'm not sure if it's right or not. I think it is. Yep, 4 fouls.
Yeah, Cecil Brimage, once again, DeLaro Smith driving the baseline, getting to the rim and trying to reverse layup on the other side, and Cecil Brimage got him across the arm.
Well, Smith missed his only other 2 free throws way back in the first quarter. He hits one here, and he's got 11. Brimage out of the game now with 4 fouls, and I think Coddington checked in. The 6'3" freshman for Marquette. Smith hit them both. 32-30. Oilers by 2 again. Smith has a dozen. He had 27 against the Roxana Shells about 10 days ago. Actually, it was 1 week ago. Into the paint it goes. Woolner's shot rolls in as he gets it off the rim and in.
Well, Woolner showing a little bit of shooter's touch there as he took the 12-footer and had some nice touch on it, got it to rim around and fall in. And Woolner beginning to put together a nice solid game here for the Explorers.
32 all. We're tied one more time. Here's Corey to Smith. Smith loses his man, gives it to Tharp. Tharp looking in the lane for Hall, but instead it goes out to Brandon Corey. Now high post to Cobb. Cobb left side to Tharp. And again, the Oilers patient. Tharp will fire it up. Missed it. Right wing shot. 5:50 to go. Third quarter. Still tied. Now it's Marquette ball.
Kevin Tharp had to take that shot as he was wide open on the right wing.
Backdoor cut. There's Woolner again, and Woolner lays it in.
There's that man again, Adam Woolner. He's carrying the Explorers here in the early going of the second half, and Marquette has a 2-point lead.
8 for Woolner, 8 for Moore. 34-32. Marquette takes the lead. Smith for 3. It's short. Rebound Marquette.
Smith might have rushed that shot just a little bit there.
Oilers with a steal. Smith on the break here, and he's bumped. No whistle. He lost the ball. Marquette has it. Scheider to the baseline. Fires it up. Missed it. Rebound. Lucas Cobb there again.
Well, Lucas Cobb's got to be at a double-double already, Brent. That's got to be at least 10 or 11 rebounds here tonight.
And he had 11 points in that first half. 5 in the first quarter, 6 more in the second period. Here's Corey with it. Brandon gives it up to Cobb. High-low again, down to Hall. Fade away, no. Rebound, Smith and Woolner tie it up. And the jump ball, possession arrow going to Marquette as they bring back in Dalton Halm and Bryce Smith.
Yeah, Bryce Smith gets back out on the court. Not a lot of minutes in the first half. See what number 20 can bring to the action here for the Explorers.
Marquette with a lead and the ball. Wood River had a 2-point lead at halftime. Down to Halm, blocked out of bounds by Cobb. He says, not down here, not this time.
No, that's just not going to work right there. When you got that big of a size advantage as Lucas Cobb does on some of these Explorers, that you're just not going to be able to go in on them and lay it in.
Inside, shot blocked by Smith this time. DeLaro back the other way. Smith glides to the paint, kicks it to Corey, missed the 3, Marquette ball.
I
Nice job by Dalton Halm there on the rebound. Halm brings it back, and he shuffles it into Moore. Missed the shot. Cobb with another board. And once again, it looked like the Marquette player was a little bit intimidated of Cobb being just in the vicinity.
That's right.
And he changed the shot and wasn't able to get it in, and Moore was wide open from 3 feet.
Well, now we have a foul on Halm, poking from behind as Smith looked like he might have had a lane, and now Halm has 2 fouls.
4:03 to go, third quarter, 2-point game. Here's Smith again. Dumps it to Cobb, leans in, and puts it off the glass and in again. Yeah, Lucas Cobb once again showing his strength and his size as he was able to muscle his man around and go up strong for 2. Here's Moore, hands it to Scheider, off the glass and in. Marquette by 2 again. I'm very impressed with the poise of Sam Scheider out here tonight. Long shot left wing is short. And timeout Oilers, 30-second timeout as we have a 2-point game. Marquette up 36-34, and they'll have the ball. When we get back to action here, the Oilers calling a quick timeout as we're going end-to-end again here, and it's a 2-point game still. Yeah, DeLaro Smith there the last couple times down the court that he's been able to get that 3-point shot. He looks like he's rushed it just a touch, trying to make his mark with the jump shot. He hasn't been able to find the touch from the outside yet this evening. He actually airballed that shot, and Marquette will have the ball when we come back out here.
And if he's at the 3-point line, he should be able to, and he will be able to, it looks like, drive to the goal anytime he wants.
Yeah, he's been doing it at will here this evening, and if he was able to get the touchdown on his jump shot from the outside, he'd probably be at 20 points already. And luckily for Marquette, he has not found that touch from the outside, and Lucas Cobb continues to kill in the paint for the Oilers.
2-point lead for the Explorers, though. They're hanging on here at home, and here's Helton. Dumps it to Woolner. Woolner outside to Moore. Moore driving in over Cobb. There's a block and a foul. And it'll be 2 free throws as Cobb picks up a foul.
Well, Moore wasn't afraid of Cobb on that one. He took it right at him. And good call by the official as Cobb got him with the body before he blocked the shot.
Moore from the free throw line. It rims out. He'll try again.
You know, and this free throw is right here in front of us, Brendan, and Cobb just asked the official. He said he got all ball, and the official said, yeah, but he did, but you got him with the body, too.
In and out, missed another one, and Hall has it. Colby Hall rips the rebound down to Brandon Corey now. Corey, 3:10 to go, third quarter. Tharp with the basketball. Tharp driving on Moore. Down to Cobb, inside, a spin. Through a double team, and somebody fouled him, but it was on the floor this time. And I'm not sure who that foul was called on. Maybe Helton.
No, I believe he called it on Adam Woolner, 34.
Okay. Here's Hall over the top. Missed the shot just outside the lane. Rebound Marquette. Rebound Marquette, and here they come, but there's Smith with a steal. DeLaro Smith. Inside, bumped and fouled to the ground. It's Woolner. No, it's maybe Bryce Smith this time. Nope, it is Woolner again on the arm of Smith.
Yeah, that time DeLaro once again just taking it into the paint at will like he's been doing most of this evening and drawing the contact. He'll go to the line for 2.
Try to tie the game. Free throw in the air and good. He'll try again.
Well, you know, in every game, free throws are very important, and especially when it's a close game like this. And Marquette just had 2 misses at the free throw line at this end of the court, and now DeLaro Smith trying to make it hurt a little bit more by putting his free throws in.
36-35. Smith misses the second one, so it remains a 1-point game. Marquette with the lead and the ball. 13 for Smith now. Here's Halm inside. Glass, he missed it. McElroy has the rebound to Cobb. Now to Tharp.
It was a good drive by Halm. He just couldn't finish there.
Marquette's had some chances inside. There's Tharp with a 3 ball. It's in and out. No good.
It looks like the Marquette defense is to the point to where they're just going to let Tharp have that wide open look if he wants it anytime he does want it.
Here's Halm driving in. Stops, pops. Smith got a piece of that. Oilers the other way.
Boy, the Explorers get to the paint, and then they just can't finish. Here's Hall, bumped, no call, but the call is made now, a travel on Colby Hall.
Well, there was definitely a travel, but there was definitely a bump. I think the ref could have called either one, and I think he saw it as if the travel happened before the bump, and that's why he called the travel.
We dip under 2 minutes to go, third quarter now. Marquette by 1 point, 36-35. Inside Helton, blocked away by Cobb. Into the bleachers it goes.
Well, Helton tried to take both of the Twin Towers on underneath there, Cobb and Hall, and was definitely not successful as Cobb swatted that thing about 20 feet into the sand.
Inside, layup is good off the inbound to Helton.
Beautiful play there. The Marquette Explorers ran off that inbound play as Helton ended up wide open underneath the bucket.
3-point game now. 38-35. Here's Tharp with it. Top of the key. Gives to Cobb. Down to Hall. Hall gets it stripped away, and Helton knocks it away there. Hall was double teamed, and it still went down there, and they almost were able to convert. McElroy will throw it in for the Oilers. Here comes Woolner back in for Marquette. 1:26 to go. Third quarter. Here's McElroy to throw it in. He does to Hall. Hall to Tharp. And they reset the offense. Down to Colby Hall. Shot missed, but fouled by Hart.
Well, we mentioned earlier that Coach Diskin brought Joe Hart in just for his size to help out against these big boys of Wood River. And Hart's actually holding his own in there, but he did foul the big boy Lucas Cobb as Cobb was trying to go up there for two.
Free throw is missed. They'll try again. In the air, Cobb missed them both. 0 for 2. Here's Marquette with the ball. 1:10 to go. They lead by 3 here. 38-35. Moore fires it up, and it's tipped out of bounds. It'll still be Marquette ball, and Marquette not passing it around at all. They're just coming in and firing it up again.
Yeah, Tyler Moore definitely rushed his shot there. He just dribbled down and fired up a shot. Luckily for the Explorers, it ricocheted off DeLaro Smith before it went out of bounds.
So the Explorers set it up by 3. Here's Scheider inside, fouled. Underneath.
We'll pick up a foul here. We'll see who this one's on. It's number 1, Tharp with a foul.
Yeah, he could have. The referee could have called that on Tharp, or he could have called that on Hall. Could have just taken a pick there. Scheider got hammered as he tried to take it in there.
Free throw is up and in. 39-35. One of the largest leads in the game for either team.
Yeah, that's how good of a game we've had down here in beautiful downtown Alton here this evening.
2 for 2, and it's 40-35. The Oilers trail by 5 points now. And again, they're off until January after this game. Here's Smith inside to Cobb. He'll lay it up and in.
Great vision by DeLaro Smith there, seeing the court, finding the big man underneath, and an easy bucket for Cobb.
15 for Lucas Cobb. Here's Scheider inside, fouled by Cobb, who came over to help on a double team.
It was a nice job by Scheider with the pump fake to get him into the air. McElroy was on Scheider. As you mentioned, Cobb came over for the help. And when Scheider pump faked, Cobb got up in the air, and then Scheider drew the contact.
He hits the first free throw, and he has 9 points now. 5 in the quarter. 3 for 3 from the line. He makes it a 4-point game and a 5-point game again as he hit them both. 42-37. Now a whistle and some extra pushing and shoving, so they're going to try to settle things down here.
Well, it was some verbal going back and forth between McElroy and Bryce Smith, and the ref heard that, and then Hall heard that as well. Colby Hall coming to the rescue of his teammate McElroy, and the refs are getting that straightened out rather quickly so they don't have to deal with that tonight.
30 seconds to go, third quarter. Wood River ball, trailing by 5 here. Here's DeLaro Smith. Jump shot, left side, no, but a whistle. And they're going to go the other way on a moving pick. And it's on Cobb, I believe.
Yeah, I think they did call that on Lucas Cobb, and I personally didn't see it, but I was looking at the ball, and as you mentioned, it was called away from the action, but the referee was very emphatic with his call.
So it might be his third foul. Right now, Marquette with the ball. Inside it goes to Woolner. Now to Moore. Baseline shot, up and in.
Good job by Woolner as he was thinking about going up in the paint. Saw Moore open in the corner, and he hits the 10-footer.
Long shot at the buzzer is missed for the Oilers. 34-37. 7-point lead for Marquette as we go to the fourth.
From its birth in 1931 on Broadway in Alton to its new home on Homer Adams Parkway, welcome to Alton Refrigeration and Home Furnishings. Alton Refrigeration and Home Furnishings earned its outstanding customer service reputation in servicing major appliance brands such as Maytag, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Frigidaire, Samsung, and more. When you think about it, Alton Refrigeration is about providing you with years of comfortable living with worry-free brand name products.
Stop hiding. Start smiling. Hi, I'm Dr. Anna Smith. My staff and I love to take great care of our patients. We constantly update our technology, which allows us to complete complex procedures quickly, saving you time and money. Our new LumaSmiles technology allows you to see your new smile without changing a thing.
Patient of the Month, Lewis Michael won a free lunch for all his co-workers.
Come see what your smile can be at Dentistry with TLC.
Well, Marquette trailed by 2 at halftime. They outscore Wood River 16-7 in the third quarter to take a 7-point lead. And now, to start the fourth quarter, Marquette coming down. Smith puts it up and in, and one. Tharp with a foul, and it's a 9-point game.
What a great job by Bryce Smith with the left hand. As Tharp got him hard. Tharp was trying to draw the charge but couldn't. It was definitely a block, and Smith changed in air, threw it up with the left hand, and got it in for the chance for the 3-point play.
7:48 to go in the game, and now Marquette can go up by double digits here. And Smith puts it up and in. 47-37. Explorers by 10.
Well, Bryce Smith got this crowd into the game even more than they already were with that beautiful piece of work he just put off right there.
Remember, the Oilers led by 2 at halftime, but this second half, the Oilers haven't been able to convert. There's Hall who does down low. Colby Hall for 2.
Hall with a nice touch. Kevin Tharp with a great pass there to get it into the big guy.
47-39 now. Inside Smith over the top, missed it. Woolner away, no, and a foul is called down. And that foul is going to be called on, I'm not sure, it's DeLaro Smith.
Yeah, they got DeLaro there. There was a little bit of contact from DeLaro on that play. And going to the free throw line is Adam Woolner.
He puts it up and in. It's 48-39. As Corey checks back in for the Oilers, Coddington checks back in for the Explorers. Woolner here at the line, 9 points.
You know, the way that first half ended in the second quarter, the way Wood River would look like they were putting together their game, Wood River would be the team to possibly pull away, but the Explorers have come out this second half just flying and have built a 10-point lead here in the fourth quarter.
I have 3 Explorers now at 10 points each. Scheider, Moore, and Woolner. And remember, Sterrett's been on the bench this whole time. Here's Cobb inside, fouled. Might have been Scheider coming over to help, and it was from the backside there.
Well, the Explorers have played most of this game without 2 starters, Cecil Brimage and Derek Sterrett. They have both spent more than half of this game on the bench in foul trouble, and these younger Explorers have come off the bench and are playing some fine basketball out here and have built this 10-point lead, and that's got to give the whole team up and down that bench more confidence than they've had all season.
First free throw is missed, and Cobb missed them both. Smith has the rebound, though. Inside, blocked away, and Marquette ball up by 10, 49-39. Here's Coddington inside. Air ball. Scheider with a follow. Blocked by Hall. Tharp saves it, but it goes to Marquette. Smith will fire it up. It's missed. DeLaro Smith with a rebound, and he's fouled under the basket. He's fouled by Scheider.
Yeah, Scheider was trying to go after the rebound, and DeLaro Smith beat him to the ball, and Scheider's aggressiveness, he did have some contact with DeLaro. A good call by the official, and DeLaro Smith will go to the line for the Oilers.
Looks like 33, Tyler Moore, may have some blood on his jersey, so he's going to have to come out. Dalton Halm comes in.
Yeah, it looks like they'll go to the locker room and try to get a new jersey or get the blood off of that jersey so that the young man can get right back into the game.
49-39. Oilers at the line, missing the front end of the 1-and-1. Now they jump it up, and finally they blow the whistle, and the arrow goes to Marquette.
Yeah, it took them a while to blow that, as Lucas Cobb, DeLaro Smith, and Sam Scheider, I believe, were the three wrestling for it.
Now a double dribble on Scheider, the freshman, over the timeline. It's Oilers ball. Still a 10-point game, 49-39.
Yeah, right as Scheider was getting ready to pass that ball, the passing lane got cut off by Kevin Tharp, and he double dribbled as he didn't want to throw that ball away.
Oilers ball again. They're down by 10 here in the fourth quarter, though. 6:30 to go in the game. Hall down to Cobb. Cobb looking for help. Tipped away, but Tharp runs it down. Tharp at the top of the key. Gives to Hall. He fires it up and in. Left elbow extended for Hall.
And the beautiful thing about that shot was that Hall got that over the 6'3" Coddington.
Here's a pass over the head of everybody as Tyler Moore, now wearing number 42, trying to push the issue, and he turned it over.
Yeah, Marquette needs to just slow it down and calm it down there on that possession and start to work with this lead.
Timeout is called with 6:04 to go. Marquette timeout, 49-41. Explorers, you're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
There's a long pass. It looks like it's going to be overthrown. Oh, the receiver dashes under the ball and makes the catch. Touchdown!
Where did he get that extra burst of speed? That off-season training really paid off.
Alton Memorial Hospital's Human Motion Institute Sports Performance helps athletes maximize their potential and improve their game. With sports performance training, you'll leap higher, run faster, and throw farther. Learn more at altonmemorialhospital.org. Human Motion Institute Sports Performance, building better athletes.
Hi, George Weber. Here's 3 more great reasons to visit Weber Chevrolet this fall. Number 1, product. Chevrolet has the best lineup of vehicles in the market today. Cobalt, Malibu, Impala, Silverado, Traverse, Equinox. Reason number 2, the deals. Right now, we have extra incentives and aggressive pricing on all of our units, resulting in huge savings. Number 3, your trade-in. After Cash for Clunkers, we were forced to crush so many of our trades that our pre-owned inventory needs some help. Your used vehicle has never been worth more.
Marquette High School in Alton, Illinois. Here on Z1570, we have boys SCC basketball. 6:04 to go. And out of the timeout here, Marquette leading 49-41 over Wood River.
Yeah, it's pretty much the game that we all anticipated seeing tonight, a very close battle. Marquette has stretched the lead just a little bit here in the last few minutes, but 49-41, this game could still go either way. And what a great job by Marquette. I can't say enough about how they're playing with their their highest scorer on the bench.
He's back in now, I believe. Sterrett finally back into the game. He was in foul trouble early and sat for a long, long time. Here's Tharp with the ball. Oilers have it. DeLaro Smith headed into the paint, fires it up. No, rebound, yes, he got his own rebound and put it in.
And somehow DeLaro worked his way in there between 3 Explorers to get his own rebound, and he's still working hard out there, number 25.
There's a double team. The Oilers almost had the steal, but they do get the turnover. Sterrett knocked it out of bounds. Oilers ball, it's a 6-point game. Scheider back in, Bryce Smith. Marquette with a sub, and Brandon Corey throws it in for the maroon and gold here. Little 4-0 run for the Oilers, who were down by 10, 49-39. Now it's 49-43. Here's Hall inside, missed it off the rim. Rebound, Smith saves it to Cobb. He's fouled and one as Cobb gets it from Smith, who saved it on the end line.
I believe that was Sterrett. I believe that was Sterrett on the foul, and he did grab Cobb's arm as Cobb was going up for the shot. And that's going to be 5, I think, on Sterrett.
I only had him for 3, but I missed one somewhere since we can't see the main scoreboard from the stage, and he's got 5, and he hardly played at all tonight.
Well, you can see the frustration on Derek Sterrett's face as he sits down there, and he's averaging 14 points a game. He's been the leader for these Explorers. And, you know, we have him for 4 fouls. At the scores table, they held up 5. We'll try to figure out what's going on here, but Sterrett is definitely on the bench.
Inside, Coddington, glass, no good. Hall has the rebound. It's 49-45. Here's Brandon Corey with the basketball.
Oilers on a 6-0 run. The lead, the 10-point lead, is now 4. They turn it over, though. Here comes Marquette. Hall inside, missed it. DeLaro Smith with a rebound. Tharp out of there with it for the Oilers. Play getting ragged now for sure. Here's Tharp down to Cobb. Layup good. It's a 2-point game. Here come the Oilers, and the Oiler faithful up in that top corner up there. They're starting to get loud down here at the Explorer Gym. Timeout, Marquette. Here come the Oils. 49-47, and they're doing it on the road. And in the fourth quarter, when they were down by 10.
You've worked hard to get where you are, to achieve your goals. And that's why we'll work just as hard to help make sure all you've built has the right protection. As a local independent agent, we can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family, providing safe, sound, secure protection with Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people.
See Macias Insurance Agency on West Delmar Avenue in Godfrey.
Why is Roberts Motors #1 in Ford certified pre-owned sales in the St. Louis Metro East?
Visit the 169-point inspection all our vehicles go through.
Maybe it's because we've been doing it for over 60 years.
Or is it the large selection we keep in stock at all times?
Personally, I think the answer is all the above. Stop in today and see. Nobody does pre-owned better than Roberts Motors.
Roberts Motors, your hometown dealer for over 60 years in Alton, Illinois, or on the web at RiverBender.com.
20 to go. An eternity left here in the fourth quarter. Anybody's game. Here's Moore underneath. Shot good. Little hook shot outside the lane. How about that little hook shot? Tyler Moore over Cobb and Hall both. What touch by the youngster. 51-47, 4-point game. Marquette on top, 4 minutes to go. Tharp with it to DeLaro Smith. DeLaro thought about a 3. Down to Cobb. Double teamed, and they tie it up. Jump ball. Possession to the Oilers. Boy, it's getting physical. We thought it was physical earlier, Brendan. It is getting physical. Lucas Cobb and Adam Woolner going at it, and the referee talking to both of them. And it doesn't look like anything dirty. It just looks like good, hard, physical basketball. Oilers throw it into Colby Hall, and he is undercut as he went into the air. Undercut by Helton, number 25, with a foul. Colby Hall will go to the line now. I believe it'll be a 1-and-1 opportunity for big number 40. Down by 4. They're at the free throw line with 3:50 to go. Hall has 8 points on the night, 9 points on the night. Made the first one. He makes it 51-48. Lefty will shoot again. In the air, good again. 2-point game. Timeout, Oilers. 30-second timeout this time around. We'll keep it here. 51-49.
To-do list rarely need more to do. So, at American Family, we offer a variety of products at affordable prices with the convenience of a single agent. From auto and homeowners to business and life insurance. This is Gerard Fisher with American Family Insurance. Give me a call at 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
Compare a well-equipped Lexus ES to a well-equipped Buick LaCrosse. Get inside each and see what you find. If perfection is what you pursue, this might just change your course. Meet the new class of world class. The 2010 Lacrosse from Buick. May the best car win.
With the lead and the ball. As we roll on here with Scheider bringing it up the floor. He passes it, almost stolen away. Here's Moore as Stark tips it away from Tyler Moore for a moment, and it's still Marquette ball.
How about Kevin Tharp? He starts disrupting things over on the right side of the court, and then the next time you see him, he's all the way over on the left side of the court, knocking the ball out of bounds.
He will not stop. Listed at 5'7", but he's nowhere near 5'7". Here's Scheider inside. Left hand, no. Rebound, Tharp. Tharp with a rebound, headed down low to Corey, lays it up, and he missed it off the rim as the defense was there, and he did not finish. Inside, Helton missed the shot. Cobb has the rebound. Marquette with a foul.
It looked like, no, they're going to call that on Woolner. I thought it was Holm that slapped Cobb in the face, but they're going to call it on Adam Woolner. And once again, Marquette had a good look, couldn't get it to fall, and the big boy, number 55, was there to pull down the rebound. Lucas Cobb finds himself at the free throw line once again.
If there's a rebound, it's number 55. It's as easy as that.
That's the way tonight's gone, and I got a feeling that there's going to be a lot of South Central Conference teams feeling the same way through a lot of winter nights this winter.
He's missed 3 free throws in the fourth quarter, 0 for 3, but he hits the first one and hits the second one, and we are tied at 51 all.
Lucas Cobb getting the Oiler faithful up and going once again.
Marquette ball. Here's Holm. Jumps near the lane to Scheider. Now to Helton. Left it short. Rebound, Colby Hall of the Oilers. Here comes DeLaro Smith with less than 3 minutes to go in the game. Last time we were tied 34 all. Now it's 51 all. Marquette had 2 10-point leads in this second half, including one here, both of them here in the fourth quarter. 49-39, but a 12-2 run for the Oilers, and we're tied now. 51 all with 2:30 to go. Cobb down to Hall, knocked away by Scheider. And the Oilers will throw it in. Here comes Brimage back into the game. Remember, he's got 4 fouls.
That was good basketball there by Wood River, and they ran a nice play. They got what they wanted, dumped it to Hall inside, and Scheider was just a little bit better defense and knocked the ball out of bounds.
Hall gives it back to Smith. Driving on Brimage. Now to Corey. 3. No good. Rebound, Marquette. Brimage has it and lost it out of bounds. No, he saved it. Looked like he was on the sideline, and Marquette will settle it down here. Coddington back to Brimage with 2:05 to go. Woolner's shot rims out of bounds, and it is Oilers ball, I believe. Marquette knocked it out.
Yeah, it did look like Cecil Brimage knocked it out going for the rebound on that play.
Tharp and Corey play catch. Now up to Smith over the timeline. Headed to the hole. Smith up and in. 1:50 to go. Timeout Oilers. They have the lead.
Honey, who does our car insurance?
State Farm.
And what about our house?
State Farm, too.
And what about our life insurance?
Why do you ask?
Well, I've got something to tell you.
Bringing new life into the world is one of many great reasons to talk about life insurance. So contact your State Farm agent today. They'll help you choose the right coverage.
Contact Tom Lane to discuss all of your life insurance needs at 377-8912 across from Gino's 140 Club in Bethalto.
With Brian Lewis, Brent Berkland back with you here. Marquette by 10 points early in this fourth quarter. But they have stormed all the way back here at Marquette and now have a 2-point lead with less than 2 minutes to go. Again, Brian Lewis and Brent Berkland with you here. It's Coddington from the corner. Air ball. Rebound Oilers. Headed the other way with 1:35 to go.
Well, you got to think if you're Coach Diskin, Coddington was not the guy you wanted to take the shot there on that possession. He was open, but probably not the guy you wanted to take that shot.
53-51. They give it to Smith. He's bumped. No call. Missed the shot, but they get the offensive rebound with 1:15 to go.
Well, I don't know what to do for DeLaro Smith, as he was definitely fouled there once again and no call.
Tharp lost it for a moment, picks it up to Corey with 1:07 left. Oilers run the offense up by 2 points. Here's Tharp into the lane. Back out to DeLaro Smith, down to Cobb, inside, no, but he's fouled as he falls to the ground. It's Coddington with a foul.
Yeah, Coddington did everything he could do to try and stop Cobb. He definitely hacked him on there. Cobb hit the ground hard. He goes to the line for 2.
I felt the gym shake just a little bit when he hit the ground. Maybe not. Cobb misses the first free throw. This will be a big one to make it a 3-point lead. Cobb 2 out of 6 in the second half from the line. And he missed them both. Rebound. DeLaro Smith there, but he saved it to Marquette. He was falling out of bounds. 50 seconds left. Cobb missed them both. 53-51. Here's Scheider inside. Cobb blocks it away. Marquette still has it. Inside to Scheider. Fires it up. It rolls in. And he ties the game as it rolled in. After his shot was blocked, he came right back.
I'll tell you what, Sam Scheider's making a name for himself here tonight. Not only with Marquette, but here in the Metro East area for basketball. Sam Scheider has been outstanding here this evening, and he looks nice and calm and poised with the 14-foot jump shot. Thank it for the Explorers, and we got a tie ball game with 31.3 to go.
5 ties here in the second half. Wood River led by 2 at halftime. Timeout Marquette. And with 31 seconds to go, we're going to see how the Oilers play it in a tie game on the road. Marquette with a big lead early in the fourth quarter. They led 47-37 and also 49-39. But that 10-point lead is long gone. Wood River will throw it in to Smith. Now to Tharp. Up the floor with 25 seconds left. Tharp lost it, calls timeout. He called it timeout. Looked like a foul, but again, no whistle. No whistles anymore. Timeout Wood River. And we'll keep it here because now we're down to 24 seconds left.
Well, I can't tell which coach is out there yelling louder and coaching harder. Coach Brian Diskin and Coach Adam Miller, both of them at the top of their lungs, directing their troops out here, getting on the officials, yelling at their players in a positive way. I'll tell you what, I think they're both working harder than the players out there. And what a game, Brent. What a game.
Again, the Oilers are 3-2 in the conference. They beat Litchfield, Roxana, and Carlinville. Lost to Pana, and also lost to Vandalia. Marquette 2-1 in the conference. Their wins are over Hillsboro and Southwestern. Their only conference loss to Greenville so far. 24 seconds to go. Tie game. It's Wood River ball. And Brandon Corey throws it into Kevin Tharp. Tharp with 20 seconds left in the game. Tharp gives to Brandon Corey. They're looking for Cobb down low, but instead they give to Tharp. Now to Cobb. It's tipped away to Smith. He lays it in. With 10 seconds to go, he lays it in. Back comes Marquette. Scheider traveled. There's 4.1 seconds to go. Timeout, Marquette, 2-point lead.
You know, and you got to wonder if this timeout's just been taken a little bit too late. I was wondering why Marquette was not taking a timeout after the bucket to get a strategy in order. Coach Diskin deciding to let his team play. And yes, Scheider did get bumped a little bit before the travel, but the refs have been letting him play most of the evening, so you can't really complain about the lack of the call, and the young man did travel. Wood River will get the ball back here, but what a game. And DeLaro Smith putting the Oilers up 55-53, and we got 4 seconds to go.
And as always, he's flashing to the basket, double pump, up and under move, and he made it happen again. He's got 19 points on the night.
Well, it was great defense by Adam Woolner. They tried to get the ball into Cobb. Adam Woolner played Cobb very, very well. Knocked the ball out of Cobb's hands as he tried to catch the pass. But the loose ball went straight to DeLaro Smith, who found his way to the rim and laid it in.
4 seconds left. The Oilers will try to get it in. They do to Corey, and no foul right away. And finally, it looks like Bremage, and he would foul out of the game with 2.3 seconds to go.
Yeah, but you're right, Brent. They did not foul right away. DeLaro Smith caught, it was Corey caught that ball with approximately 4 seconds to go, and the Explorers did not foul until the 2.3 mark.
And Corey, probably the best Oilers free throw shooter. Brandon at the line. In the air, and good! 3-point game, and this free throw would seal it for the Oilers.
Well, Corey's shooting at a 91.7% clip, and you can't do much better than that.
He missed the second one. 3-point game. 1 second left, and it's missed from half court by Tyler Moore. Off the glass, and no good. The Oilers survive at Marquette. A big fourth quarter comeback. 56-53, the final.
RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Alton Refrigeration, the first choice in quality HD TV and appliances. Quality Buick, Cadillac, and GMC, serving the Riverbend for 52 years. Professional, independent insurance agents. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. Gerard Fisher, American Family Insurance, all your protection under one roof. Jack Schmidt Chevrolet, the #1 GM certified dealer in Southern Illinois. Alt Memorial Hospital, the best healthcare close to home. Tom Lane State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Weber Granite City Chevrolet, buy American.